Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we're reacting to LD Alajuelense versus LAFC 2026 CONCACAF Champions Cup, round of 16, leg 2. 1-1 on aggregate, away goals to Alajuelense, and they're hosting the second leg, of course, because they're the Central American champions. LAFC in Alajuela, Costa Rica, to decide to try to find a way to win this game as a football club and see where this goes. A 1-1 draw would go to extra time. A 1-1 draw would go to extra time. A scoring draw that is 2 goals or more would have LAFC winning the tie. If Alajuelense wins outright, they would advance. LAFC wins outright, LAFC would advance. 0-0 would put Alajuelense through. So we'll see how that goes. Starting 11s are as follows. First of all, LD Alajuelense contra LAFC, la Copa Campeones de la CONCACAF. Octavos de final, partida vuelta. 1-1 global, goals visitar para Alajuelense. With that being said, starting 11s. In goal, Washington Ortega, the back four, Fernando Pinada, Santiago Vanderputten, Alexi Gamboa, Ronald Matrita, midfield 2 of Aaron Salazar, Celso Borges, the attacking midfield 3 of Caicho Perez, Alejandro Bran, Anthony Hernandez, and Ronaldo Cisneros. For LAFC, Hugo Lloris, the back four, Sergei Palencia, Ryan Porteous, and Kosi Tafari, Eddie Segura, midfield 2 of Matthew Chouanier, Marky Delgado, the attacking midfield 3 of Timothy Tillman, Heung-min Son, Denny Bouanga, and Nathan Ordaz up top. And Eustachio's not even on the bench. Is he hurt or something? Either way, I agree. It's also discussing what the USA is doing in general to anybody they want to. Either way. I mean, is it the right decision about Morocco winning the AFCON? Yeah, the referee should have ended that game because Senegal walked off in the moment, yes. Is it dirty that it happened this way? Yes. And besides, it's kind of like Louisville. It's kind of like Louisville in March Madness in 2013. Yeah, they stripped Louisville of being the national champions, but people remember Louisville beating Michigan and winning the national championship and cutting down the nets. Rick Pitino won a national title with Louisville, no matter if you stripped it or not. People saw it happen. You can't just Men in Black rub people's or clear people's minds and say, nope, they didn't win it. They're like, well, okay, yeah, no, they didn't win. This is in 1984. So, yeah, Morocco rightfully for now. I mean, I'm sure Senegal is going to protest this to the CAS, of course, and they have their right to do that. And it probably is going to be overturned in that case because I don't think FIFA and the Court of Arbitration for Sport want that to be a precedent that if some team, if they feel like they're getting screwed, they walk off, they lose. I don't think they want to do that, to be real. So I don't think this is over by a long shot. But either way, if you walk off, you forfeit the match. I don't disagree with that. Now that I don't disagree with, I said that is the rules. I agree that's the case. They should have called the match that day when Senegal walked and gave Morocco the 3-0 then. But didn't I say that day when I was live, that when Senegal walked off, they should have been forfeited? That should have been Morocco's win, not now, 3 months later. Speaking of Venezuela and USA, Venezuela leads USA 1-0 in the World Baseball Classic final. Wouldn't it be hilarious if Venezuela beat the USA in the World Baseball Classic final? Donald Trump would have a stroke. Then again, he probably has one every day, doesn't he? If you believe some of those doctors on TikTok, he may just have a stroke every day. Either way. Yeah, Vamos Venezuela. Screw it. Vamos Venezuela. Yeah, it might be. It might be. I'm trying not to tell you to GFY. I'm trying not to, but I'm so fucking close. But I'm so close. But no, it probably is. Strikes out Byron Buxton. But at least I can hate watch the USA playing Venezuela. I wish it was Italy. That would have been better. But yeah, I'd rather see Venezuela win the World Baseball Classic than the USA. Not because they beat Canada. I just want the USA to lose. But, I mean, if you want to add that little sprinkle in there. Either way. Waiting for this Alajuelense LAFC game to start. Oh, I didn't know about that. Oh. Good for the doctor. Good for your grandma. Because they're garbage. That's how. They're garbage. That's how. Chelsea's a garbage team, and I guess the Club World Cup's bullshit. Or Enzo Maresca might just be a better manager than Liam Rossinier. I don't know which, but Chelsea is garbage. LAFC wearing their gold and white jerseys. 1-0 Venezuela after 3. I have no clue. Ask for Senior. They chose to play Jorgensen against the one team that Rossinier was good against, or not Rossinier, the one team that Sanchez was good against. That I would have been comfortable against him playing, or with him playing. Do that what you will. Alajuelense wearing red and black tonight. Poor Chelsea. Yeah, I'm fine with it. That's why I didn't do the game. It was over, and I knew it. I don't feel bad for them. They're fucking garbage. This is why I barely care about European football. Or it's a good thing that I barely care. Because poor Senegal. Don't walk off the field. They should have been forfeited that day. That would make it a lot better than some bullshit they got stripped ruling. Because as I said, yes, they did break the rules. Yes, they walked off the field. That should have been a forfeit that day. That day. And I said it then and I'll say it now. But now, we're pulling the Louisville 2013 March Madness on them. Nobody's going to forget that Senegal lifted that trophy. You can't just scrub everybody's brains like it's Men in Black. Just like you cannot forget Rick Pitino, in the moment in 2013, won the Louisville Cardinals, coached them to a March Madness championship. I will not forget that. They may not, on the record books, be the March Madness champions, the national champions in 2013, but I will not forget watching that game. Point, same with Senegal. They lifted that trophy. I saw it. No, they should not have. It should have been a forfeit where Morocco lifted the trophy in the moment. Now you're just... Point is, yes, Senegal broke the rules, but it should have been a forfeit that night, that afternoon, whatever the hell you want to call it. Should have been then, not now. Should have been 3-0 Morocco then, not now. Yeah, because you watched it happen. That's my point exactly. Nobody's going to see Morocco as the champions. If they were going to see Morocco as the champions, it would only have been because the game was forfeit that day in January. Nobody's going to see them as champions now. Nobody. Because people saw Senegal lift that trophy, get the medals, win the game because they did score a goal. Like, people saw what they saw. You can't change what people saw. That's the fucking point I'm trying to make. Doesn't matter what a piece of paper says. That's the fucking point I'm making. Exactly the point I'm making. I don't care who the board of directors are. I will say, bro, the thing is, why they have to leave the pitch. Senegal were literally crashing out like crazy. They did not just believe in Mendy to save it like damn. Because they felt they got screwed. They felt they were getting screwed and they wanted to make a point. And then he saved it anyway. My previous comment. 2012, 86-year-old Fidel sent doctors all over the Caribbean. In Africa, they don't talk about that, though. Well, I didn't know Fidel Castro was based. Was Fidel the good guy all along? Wait, Fidel was the good guy all along? Then again, Gaddafi was the good guy all along, not just... So wait, Hugo Chavez was the good guy all along? And here we go. We're about to begin Alajuelense, Costa Rica. Feel bad for Mane, though, because he was the only one that was like, what are y'all doing? Exactly. He didn't walk off. So the team, I guess the way Senegal's going to put it, when they do, and we're off. LAFC kicks off. 0-0, 0-0 esta noche, 1-1 global, goals visitar para Alajuelense. 0-0, 1-1 on aggregate away goals to Alajuelense. If it's a 0-0 draw, Alajuelense will advance. A 1-1 draw sends us to extra time, which that's going to be a moment. And if it's a 2-2 draw or more, LAFC advances on away goals. If it's a win outright, the team who wins outright wins. Simple. 0-0. Yeah, but I guess the whole team didn't walk off. Yeah. Why am I hearing they're going to have Sami Zayn pack up Cody Rhodes as well? Don't tell me they're going to turn Sami heel. I'm still going to cheer Sami. Fuck it. If they do, they're really going to have Sami pack up Cody. Honestly, is that really turning Sami heel, though? I mean, they cheered Randy when he did it, so is it really turning Sami heel? I just hope he doesn't lose his song and go back to that shitty version of his heel theme song. I ain't booing Sami if he does. But it's the dirt sheets. But if they do it, I ain't booing Sami. Sami's right. Oh, anyways, I do support Toronto FC, but my brother Mazraoui's the AFCON champion, so Man United won a trophy this season. I don't care. I'm just kidding. Well, Man United's done much better since Carrick's taken over. Let's be real. Now, they won't win a trophy because they didn't make a European competition. They got thrown out before they brought in before they brought in Carrick. But top four is a trophy with the way the season started. By the way, put the contract on the table. Carrick's at the wheel, mate. He's doing his thing. Put the contract on the table. Let Carrick write down whatever number he wants and let him sign it. Carrick's at the wheel, mate. Man United are back. Are people going to apologize to Diaz for the pen or what? He's definitely on cloud 9 for beating City today and winning AFCON by default. No, because people won't forget that Panenka, whether he meant to miss it or just accidentally missed it. I still can't tell. Playing for it. I still can't tell if he meant that shit or just missed it. I can't tell. Either way, no, it's just like people saw Senegal lift the trophy in real life, no matter what a piece of paper says. Nobody's going to forget that Panenka. Gotham at Citi Field. That's cool. That's awesome. I mean, Citi Field's a better football pitch anyway than Yankee Stadium, but having Gotham play at Citi Field's pretty cool. I think that means a lot. I think it shows you where the game is growing on the women's side as well. I think they'll sell out Citi Field, yeah. I think it's good. Corner for Alajuelense, 4 minutes in. Forza. LD Alajuelense corner. Cross in. Header down. Is it going? Shot. Is it in? It's in. Alajuelense score. Goal. Goal. Goal de Alajuelense. Goal de la Liga. 1-0. 2-1 global. Wow. That ball just bounced around the box and they popped it in. And it looks like the goal was from Santiago van der Putten. Santiago van der Putten. Goal. 4 minutes in. Let's see if there's anything here. It plays. That was probably a penalty if that didn't get in. So it's a goal and he's onside. And I think it's van der Putten. I think it's van der Putten. Yes, it is. Heads it in and nobody's there to cover it. 1-0. They'll go to the World Series. I can't predict anything more. I don't know. The Blue Jays are going to go to the World Series. They're going to win the AL East again. They're going to win the American League. They're going to go to the World Series. They're the best team in the AL. Question is what happens in the World Series, because it's going to be the Dodgers. If it's anybody but the Dodgers, I think the Jays will win somehow. If it's somehow anybody but the Dodgers in the World Series, the Jays will win. If it's the Dodgers, I ain't going to predict what the hell's going to happen. We'll watch together, just like last year. It would be funny if the Jays get their revenge. I'm not saying they can't, but it's either a 5-game Dodgers win or a 7-game Jays win in that case. Because I don't think we're going to go to 7 again against the Dodgers if we lose. We're going to lose bad. Last year was our chance. I don't know. Maybe they look a bit more fraudulent like they did last year, but the Jays will definitely win the World Series if they play anybody but the Dodgers. If they play the Dodgers, they go 7, they're probably winning. They're not winning in less than 7, and they're not losing in less than 7. Or they are losing in less than 7. So, right now, Alajuelense leads the series completely. If they allow a goal, they're going to extra time. If they allow 2, they have to score 2 more. So, if I'm Alajuelense, now I defend heavily, but I try to get a second. If I get a second, I go hard to get a third, because 2, LAFC can still score 2 like that. Like that. So if I'm Alajuelense, I go for a second. I still play 50-50 football, get a second, and then go full on for a third. Because you get a third, you're probably winning the tie. Now, of course, it's going to be tough to do that, but it's easier said than done. But either way, Van der Putten with a goal. Son looks bamboozled. You went to school with Van der Putten's uncle? Well, if that's small world. Small world. Son looks bamboozled. I think everybody does. We're parking the bus back there. I mean, it's LAFC, though. I don't think that's smart. If it was anybody, like not even Miami. Miami and LAFC, you just go and try to play an even game. They could score like that. 1 goal is nothing for LAFC. They didn't score last week. Oh, wait, they did, actually. My bad. LAFC scored last week. My bad. I was thinking about the, well, no, they scored against Real España, too, but it was only 1. Yeah, 1 goal's nothing for them either way. A clean sheet at home is, I don't know what. My brain feels a bit scrambled. I don't know why. Either way, honestly, Alajuelense did, I won't say dominate them, but they did well enough. But a clean sheet against LAFC, whether you're on road or at home, it's impossible. It's impossible. I don't care how good you are. Hell, Miami got smacked by them. So, I don't know. They got Buwanga and Son. I'd say you tried. I mean, of course, extra time probably makes it harder, actually. Extra time probably makes it harder. I don't know. 4th minute. 1-0. 1-0. I don't know. Either way. We advance with a 1-1. No, because they get an away goal as well. You both would have one away goal. Away goals would be even, which means no. Because LAFC would have 1 goal at home and 1 away. You would have 1 goal at home and 1 away. So a 1-1 draw would be the same score as last week, which means each team has 1 away goal, which means the tie is equal, which means you go to extra time. Unless they made straight the penalties a thing again. I should have checked the rules. Either way, knowing CONCACAF, I should have checked the rules. Over the bar. Now, 1-0, you advance because you're up 1 goal. Now, if you draw any more than 1-1, now if it's a draw above 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, you're out because they have more away goals. So, it's fine margins is my point. You might as well keep playing because parking the bus, I mean, it's not a smart decision anyway, but corner for LAFC. Just either way. Parking the bus back there. Are you unhappy with Sami Zayn slapping Cody Rhodes silly, kicking him in the nuts in a shocking heel turn moment on SmackDown? No, because is it really a heel turn? Goes on the ground. That's a ground ball, and that's an out. Venezuela's still up 1-0 in the World Baseball Classic final. Yeah, I have it up on a multi-view. Why wouldn't I? Cleared away by Alajuelense. And I will till it's over. Prayers for Cuba. I'm praying for Cuba as well. It sucks to hear their power grid's down. Corner. Alajuelense is parking the bus heavily. I have to question it. Ball crossed in. Header. Oh my. Missed the clearance. This might be a bad thing. 12th minute. LAFC. Cross into the box. Header. Looping over the bar. Just get it, Ortega. It's out for a goal kick. Okay, that works. Oh, it's worse than I know. Oh. Well, that's just sad. Prayers for Cuba in general. They make it sound like the power grid's just out. They don't talk about anything else from the things I see. So Player down hurt for Alajuelense, 13th minute. 1-0. 1-0. Esta noche 2-1 global. 2-1 on aggregate. 1-0 on the night. Not bad. Fifth inning. Top of the fifth in the Venezuela-USA game. All right. Russia sent an oil tanker to Cuba. The U.S. intercepted it. That was all power garbage trucks and a hospital. And Venezuela home run. William Abreu. 2-0 Venezuela. Wow. Center field homer. They were going to use that old power garbage trucks in a hospital. Cuba. Wow. The USA stole an old tanker that was going to power a hospital and garbage truck. Oh, my word. Yeah. I'm disappointed in the USA. Very, very disappointed. Very disappointed. Yeah, Donald Trump is going to strike Cuba once he pulls out of Iran. Or just simultaneously, yeah? Or just simultaneously. Havana's looking like Haiti. Ooh, says Sun. Ooh. It's not good. That's... But as I said, it would be hilarious if Venezuela beat the USA in the World Baseball Classic final. The USA nabbed Venezuela's president, and Venezuela might nab the World Baseball Classic trophy. And the only team the USA was afraid of was Japan, who Venezuela did beat Japan. And here we are, 4 innings away from, well, no, 5 innings away, because they still got to get the defensive outs. 5 innings away from a Venezuela win. And I hope it happens. That goes wide. Ortega's on the ball. And he's holding his head. Either way. Yeah, give me a Venezuela World Baseball Classic victory. Well, I mean, if John Cena did it. Well, if John Cena did it, you know, sure. Sure. I mean, everybody's doing it to Cody. I wouldn't be the first. John was the first. Then Randy did it. Now Sammy might do it. Shit. I mean, if everybody's doing it, it's not like they're really heels for doing it. They're just doing what needs to be done. You don't let somebody stab you in the back. You stab somebody from the front, my friend. Vital information for your everyday life. If somebody's going to stab you in the back because they're a snake, you don't wait until they stab you in the back. You stab them in the front. Vital information for your everyday life. Take that as it may. Take that as it may. Well, nobody asked you. Nobody asked you to do it. Nobody asked you to do it. Caught. Give me Randy punting Cody and I'll then come out with Burning My Life. Well, the problem is Randy hates that song. Cross over the top of the bar. That's a goal kick for Ortega. Nolan McLean is about to be out of the USA-Venezuela game. Yep, they're pulling Nolan McLean. Yeah, Randy hates that song. He ain't coming out with it anymore. We got Rubio laughing when the USA sanctioned Cuba for more than 60 years since the Che Guevara days. And I never liked Marco Rubio, so I didn't like Marco Rubio when he freaking guzzled the water after the State of the Union. I've never liked Marco Rubio, so do that what you will. Yeah, Marco Rubio being Trump's Secretary of State should have tipped me off that Trump was lying completely. It didn't though. Weirdly enough. That should have been the tip off. Nineteenth minute. 1-0. To me, Rubio always seemed like a neocon who was like a Bush-level neocon. That's all he ever seemed to me. And here we are, right? Here we are, right? Brad Keller in for the USA. What do you think about the Jalen Waddle trade? Who won the trade? Jalen Waddle going to the Broncos? Honestly, I think it's Broncos, yeah. Broncos won the trade. I think the Dolphins had to get rid of him. Broncos are trading for Jalen Waddle. It was right there. Denver receives Waddle and Dolphins 4th round pick. Miami received Bronco 1st round pick along with their late 3rd and 4th round. Yeah, I'd rather have Jalen Waddle than the picks. Yeah, I think that sounds about. Yeah, I think Denver needed a wide receiver like Waddle, and they get a 4th. They get a 4th pick. I mean, you did give away 30 picks, but a 30th don't amount to much anyway. You think the Broncos make the playoffs again? Yeah. The Chiefs might win the West, but I think the Broncos make the playoffs. I think the Broncos still make the playoffs. I see Yankee Stadium having a soccer season long NYCFC clearance for all the old logo NYCFC jerseys and trainer kits. I got the 2025 Children Cancer Training Kit for $40. Not bad. 22 minutes. 23rd minute. Yes, 1-0 Alajuelense. They're holding on so far. Can they keep holding on? Bottom 5 between Venezuela and USA. Roman Anthony up, bottom 5. What? One, no. I know Daniel's from Belize, or he has Belizean blood. Second of all, I didn't say anything about him. Third of all, I've said my piece about the USA and their bullshit. And, you really want... You really want me to go full Adam Kokesh and start a news channel, don't you? News/politics channel. You really do, don't you? Making a recap of the Canada and USA baseball game? No, because it'd be stupid to do it now when we're 2 rounds deeper. I wasn't going to do it that night. Why would I do it now? There's something called timeliness. I don't know if you ever took a freaking journalism class. 1 out. Something called timeliness, and I certainly wasn't timely, and I chose... Oh, they're pulling their starter already. I don't know why you would do that. But here we are. Bottom 5, pull your starter. At least let him have the rest of the inning. Have you? Okay. Either way. Free kick for LAFC, 25th minute. I have no clue. I have no clue. It seems like everybody's turning on everybody in the red pill, as far as I know. As far as I can see, it seems to me that after the freaking Louis Theroux documentary, everybody's turning on everybody. Seems like everybody's turning on everybody. It's exactly, which is exactly what the powers that be wanted. And it goes straight to a LAFC, which is exactly what the powers that be would want. So, probably because of that documentary, which I never even watched a minute of it, which... Avalanche lost yesterday, so, I mean... Yeah, it was a hit piece. What do you think they were going to do? Yeah, it was a hit piece. What did you think they were going to do? What did I eat today? A sausage, a potato sausage gravy breakfast bowl. That's what I ate today. Either way, 1-0. I think some people, I don't look as close as I drop ball. Free kick for Bouanga. I don't know. It was always a hit piece. That Theroux documentary was always supposed to be a hit piece. I don't know who. You're watching the USA baseball game. Who's winning? Venezuela 2-0. Venezuela 2-0, I should say. Edward Bizardo in for... Oh, so the Venezuela manager is not listening to MLB teams. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Because the MLB teams, there were a couple of MLB teams that called the Venezuela manager to say, don't use our bullpen guys to play in the final. When by the WBC rules, he could. Yeah, I'm not surprised, really. Yeah, I'm not really surprised that 3 of his high leverage relievers, MLB teams were like, don't use them. And he's like, screw you, this is the final, I'm going to use them. And I can use them by the WBC rules, so screw you, I'm going to use them. Good for Venezuela. Take the shit from the other teams when you have to. If you win, so be it. If you lose, at least you tried. And Breeze fired from Leon. Yeah, I saw that. And they got some random dude from Argentina. Some random Argentina manager who used to, I think, coach, Jolos or something? I don't even remember. But Jolos were bad at the time, so that's probably why I don't remember. Header. Here's a chance for Alajuelense, and they don't run onto the ball. They let LAFC get to it. Oh, no. This is not what you want. It's not what you want, Alajuelense. LAFC can break here. Strike out. 2 out. Top of the box. Shot. Save! Ortega with a save, and it's a corner for LAFC. Not even Ambriz could have saved him. Well, true. Kurt Signetti's going to drive the pace car at the Indy 500. Of course he is. Shot over the bar. I mean, why wouldn't you? He won the national championship. Of course, Kurt Signetti. It was either him or Mendoza. Makes sense. They won Champions Cup 2023. Never mind. Well, yeah, but that was with Larcamon. Ambriz, the end of his tenure was pretty much sealed with that Toronto loss. Then Larcamon came in after Olan because it was, I think, Ambriz left at the end of the season when Toronto beat them. Then Olan came in, then got fired. Then Larcamon came in, and Larcamon won him a Champions League. And then, so that was, I mean, it was about the same players, give or take, most of them, of both eras, if you could call it that. But it wasn't, maybe you could say Ambriz built the foundation and Olan took care of it, and then Larcamon put him around, pushed him through it. But it's not like Larcamon was the first manager that was coaching them after Ambriz. There was Olan. Let's not forget about that. And that was, I think, the Apertura, started the Apertura after Toronto beat them. Because I think Ambriz left at the end of the season after Toronto beat them. So that was the nail in his coffin. End of the 5th. Venezuela gets out of it 2-0. We go to the 6th. But 3 years, they've just gotten worse and worse and worse. Well, I mean, you know what? I mean, it kind of makes, I won't say makes sense, but, you know, it's sort of like, hey, but either way, 32nd minute, 1-0 Alajuelense. So either way, I mean, you just got to look at it as it is. I mean, Son is pissed off. They're talking to the ref. There's a yellow card for Alajuelense. Free kick for LAFC. Alajuelense is defending very well. I mean, you can't really say much more than that. They're defending very well. But other than that, LAFC's had their moments, but LAFC have had their moments, but Alajuelense, they've done well enough to keep the lead here. Oh, look, the new USA football jersey. Oh, that may be a plant. Who am I kidding? I mean, there's a hockey jersey. It's a Kachuk jersey, not a... Should have been a Jack Hughes jersey if you were going to be right about it. So USA baseball, hockey, and football. Either way. Should have been a Jack Hughes jersey. Corner for LAFC. Corner, 34th minute. Header, Alajuelense. Don't get it clear. Now they can. Runs onto it. Free kick for Alajuelense. Venezuela up to bat. Aaron Judge a good captain for Team USA? No, he's a fraud. No, because Aaron Judge is a person who doesn't show up in playoff games. Aaron Judge doesn't show up in big baseball games. He is not a good captain. A captain is a person who shows up at the biggest moments. A captain is not a guy who relies on a short porch and is a regular season merchant. That is not a captain. A captain is somebody who shows up in the biggest moments and gets you a clutch hit. Makes a clutch catch, which he can't do. Makes a clutch hit. Gets a clutch home run. Scores RBIs. Makes good throws, which he did do that in this tournament. But that's about the only one he did do. Aaron Judge is a regular season merchant. He is a short porch merchant. He is not good when it comes to brass tacks. When it comes to playoff baseball, he is not good. Who carried the Yankees to the World Series in 2024? Juan Soto. Who's not there anymore? Juan Soto. What happened to the Yankees when Juan Soto left? Oh, the Toronto Blue Jays went and destroyed the Yankees throughout the season. In the regular season, at the Sky Dome, won enough at Yankee Stadium, won the season series, won the division, won the ALDS 3-1, destroyed the Yankees, and became the best team in the American League East. Because why? The Blue Jays play as a team. The Yankees do not. Aaron Judge sets the tone. You can't hit home runs, you don't win. They do not play as a team. They do not have good fundamentals. Buck Martinez was right. The Yankees are not a good baseball team because their best player doesn't show up when the time comes as well. And those Blue Jays games are going to be big games when we get to the regular season because the Blue Jays took a shot across the bow, beat the Yankees, regular season and post. Those games are going to be big. And he will not show up because the Blue Jays, he will not hit the way he needs to hit either stadium. Probably a little bit better in Yankee Stadium, probably. But he will not hit the way he needs to hit, just like he did in the playoffs, because the Toronto Blue Jays play as a team. They move the runners forward. They pitch well enough. They have a very good wealth of pitchers, and they do more than they did last year. Vladdy's the guy who shows up. And you could say, well, DR lost to the USA. Yeah, it wasn't Vladdy's fault, though. Vladdy showed up. Vladdy shows up for his teams. And yeah, they came up short recently. Yeah, but you could say Vladdy showed up. He's not the reason why they failed. The guy that the Yankees are supposed to be built around did not show up. The guy that USA is supposed to be built around has not shown up when it truly matters. Vladdy, yeah, the Jays might have fell flat at the final hurdle. The DR might have as well. But the DR and the Jays are built around Vladdy, but Vladdy did his part. You cannot say he didn't do it. You cannot say Vladimir Guerrero Jr. didn't do his part. Vladdy showed up. Yeah, they failed, but he showed up. Aaron Judge could never. Because Vladdy knows when to hit a home run, and Vladdy knows when to get a hit. Vladdy knows when to drive in his guys. Vladdy knows when to smack one over the wall. He knows. He knows what the situation brings. Aaron Judge does not. He aims for the fence. And that's part of the problem. Aaron Judge does not know how to drive in runs unless he hits it over the fence or just gets lucky. He cannot make good catches. He cannot play fundamental baseball. Sometimes his arm is good. Okay, fine. He ain't no Rick Ankiel. He ain't Rick Ankiel. I can tell you that. And as Judge goes, his team goes because they believe it's fine to aim for the fence because they got a 60 home run hitter when it doesn't matter. And they got a short porch. No. Aaron Judge is in it for himself. And that's why he'll never win a World Series. And the Yankees won't build a team who cares about getting runners home or moving the runner 90 feet or getting hits or playing fundamental baseball. Aaron Judge is the reason why the Yankees suck. Not because he is a good player, but not when it matters. He will never show up when it matters because the Yankees do not care if he shows up when it matters because they do not care about fundamentals. They do not care about RBI. They do not care about hits. They do not care about base running. They do not care about pitching when the Toronto Blue Jays care about all of that. And that's it. Point blank, period. The Jays care about pitching. They care about moving the runner. They care about RBI. They care about base hits. If they get a home run, great. You'll put on the damn jacket. They care about all the little things. The Yankees do not. That's why the Jays were where they were, because they care about the small things. And not many teams nowadays do. And for some reason, the Yankees didn't learn a fucking lesson. And not many other teams did either. So the Toronto Blue Jays will still be just as good as they were last year because they did add upgrades to their team, but they're going to play the same way. They still have Hopkins, they still have Febles, and some of their base running kind of sucks. But either way, some of Febles' sends are bad. Look at what happened with the DR. I'm not going to say he's perfect, but either way, the Toronto Blue Jays play the right way. They play baseball the way it was meant to be played. They play small ball. As I said, they learned from the rules 10 years ago. When you play small ball, and yeah, if you can hit home runs when they need to be hit, great. That's a good thing. I'm not saying they're powerless. They got some good home run power, but they hit them when they matter. That might be a header. I don't think that's a penalty. I don't think it should be, at least. Advantage play, no penalty. Oh, thank God. 41st minute, 1-0 Alajuelense. So, that's just my feeling about it. Yep, because Leon got kicked out of the Club World Cup. I think that was part of the problem. So, 42 minutes. So my point being is this. The Yankees will never win. As long as they never learn why the Jays are beating them and why the Jays are making it as far as they are, they'll never win. The Jays have passed them. And I don't think the Yankees will admit their problems. I don't think the Yankees are going to admit playing small ball is the way to go. I don't think the Yankees are going to admit that the Yankee way is the wrong way. The Toronto Blue Jays way is the right way to play baseball. And I think the Jays did, once they were rebuilding, learn their lesson from the Royals from 10 years ago. They looked back at that and said, well, how'd the Royals beat us? If we could add some power to that, that would be great. Because that's what they did. They have a good bullpen overall. They have a good defense. They can move the runner. They can run the bases. More times better than not. Sometimes some of their sends are a little bit too much, but whatever. And I think they learned that truly. I think they looked back at that after 2024 and said, how could we be better? And truly take advantage of our window. And I think that's what they built with Hopkins and Febles and Schneider. And I think overall it's worked. And yeah, 2024 was a horrible season for the Blue Jays, but I think they went back in the history books and said, well, that's how we blew that window. And the Royals had the better way of playing. And you saw the Jays change to what they are now. You don't think Austin Wells is a good player? He's not as good as Alejandro Kirk. No. I'd take Alejandro Kirk over him. I'd take Tyler Heineman over Austin Wells. I'd take Denny Jansen over Austin Wells. I would not take Josh Tolley over Austin Wells, but I think Josh Tolley retired anyway. So, either way, I would take Gabriel Moreno over Austin Wells. I know we traded him. Shut up. I'm still mad about that one. Strike. So, yeah, that was called the home run off the foul pole. Happy game 3. 45th minute, 1-0. Alajuelense holding on for dear life, and they've been defending very well. They are 45 minutes away, give or take, from moving on to the quarterfinals of the Champions Cup. How wild would that be? I don't know. Do 1-0 Alajuelense, 2-1 on aggregate, 1-0 Alajuelense, 2-1 global, 2-0 Venezuela over the United States in the World Baseball Classic final, 2-0. What is happening to Boca? It's falling to pieces. Half want Riquelme to stay as directivo. Others are saying they need to boot him and don't care what he did as a player. 4 minutes of stoppage time. That's on the ground. That should be the 3rd out of the inning. Got him! We're going to the 7th. 3 outs. Venezuela to the 7th with a 2-0 lead. I have no clue. They're cooking, son. Well, 5 minutes of stoppage time. 5, actually. Well, good for him. Good for you. Wells. Austin Wells. '45th minute. Corner for Alajuelense. 11 a.m. Defenders Battlehawks. LAFC WTF. Yeah, honestly, I asked the same question. Alajuelense is solid. It's a wonder. They're still leading this tie. It's wild, man. I mean, LAFC only needs 1, and that changes everything. But Alajuelense, you won't take Wells? No, as I said, I want Alejandro Kirk over Austin Wells. I don't care if Austin Wells can run faster. I don't. I don't care if he could run faster. I still want Alejandro Kirk. Alejandro Kirk does everything else so much better. Hitting, fielding, throwing out runners, catching, framing, which with ABS, I mean, you have to be liberal with your challenges or conservative with your challenges, so framing still has a place in baseball. But Seattle might win this tournament. At this point, you might be right. Miami's still in, though. It's not like they lost their game last week. See what happens tomorrow. As long as Miami's in, But LAFC going down, I'm surprised. I didn't think it would be Alajuelense. Oh, that's going to be ugly. Playing Monterrey or Cruz Azul in the next round, if you're Alajuelense, that's going to be ugly. Then again, who knows, right? Who knows? 48th minute. Header wide. 48th minute. That's not Pete Crow Armstrong. Will Vest throwing, pitching, Pete Crow Armstrong in center. Top 7. 9 outs away for Venezuela for a world championship. Corner, Buwanga, cleared away. They'll go to 50 minutes. Wolff. Played with the Tigers. 64 games last year. Ball. Hot take. It's not a hot take. Alajuelense is a MLS level team. They're good. I'll agree with that. MLS level, that's okay. That's a questionable. I don't know if they can be. They can be when they want to be. I think they've been better going into some other CONCACAF tournaments during their three-peat. They beat Kobe last year. That was Herediano. That was Herediano. Herediano beat RSL last year, not Alajuelense. That was Herediano. Playing Ford in Montreal. Oh, shit, yeah. Alajuelense fans will not be happy with that mistake. 50th minute. Tovar! Hit for Venezuela. Tovar. Single. And it's 50th minute. When will they stop the half? They'll take this kick, and then there will be a halftime whistle, and there it is. We're going to the half. Alajuelense, LAFC, 1-0 at the half. 2-1 on aggregate. 1-0 esta noche, miro tiempo, 2-1 global. We'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this ready, get this going, and we'll be back for the second half. And then, of course, we got Cruz Azul Monterrey as well tonight. With that being said, sit tight. We will be back. 45 more minutes for Alajuelense to hold on, and they'll make the quarterfinals of this tournament. Shockingly so. Sit tight, be back. They're better than Philly. They could beat them. Well, everybody's better than Philly. They're better than Philly. TFC can't beat them. Well, TFC hasn't played Philly yet, so we'll see what happens. With that being said, sit tight, be back. The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs win. Dinosaurs are stronger than hippos. Dinosaurs. With that being said, sit tight, be back. Short break. We're back for the stats of the half. How we doing, Rory? X Factor says vamos. Alajuelense is doing well right now. Doing well. They're holding on for dear life, 45 minutes away. Good. Habs win 2 massive points versus Boston. Caulfield, it's 40. On pace for 50. That's pretty good. Either way, stats the half. Stats the half. 37% possession to 63. 3 shots to 7. 2 shots on goal to 1. 116 accurate passes. 77% pass accuracy. 215. 88% pass accuracy. 4 fouls to 10, and there's a strikeout by Venezuela. 8 outs away in the World Baseball Classic. 1 corner to 8. 3 shots to 7. 2 shots on goal to 1. We got 150 passes to 245. 77% pass accuracy to 88. We got 10 throws to 7. 0 offside to 0. 2 yellow cards to 0. 0 red cards to 0. 1-0 at the half. 1-0 esta noche. 2-1 global. Alajuelense líder. La miro tiempo. Damn, that's not good. Not as bad as the Marcel Ruiz injury, but that's still not a good injury to have. USA are frauds, that's why. Venezuela are actually good, but USA are frauds. They should, even if the Venezuela's been good, which they have been, USA should still be beating them. Bunch of frauds. USA are. With that being said, I think Alajuelense, good. I've not already read that either way. Nervous. Well, I don't. Well, y'all probably gonna lose. I don't know why that would be nervous. But I wouldn't say excited either. Accept it for what it is, and if you win, be happy. How about that? Accept it for what it probably is going to be, and if you win, be happy. That's my take. Would say I've been nervous for a Toronto game for a long time. I accept it for what it is, probably a loss, and if they win, I'm happy. That's an out. That's an out. 7 outs away for Venezuela. Got him at first. With that being said, I think Alajuelense defended very well. I think they've been a very good side. I think they've held LAFC at bay for the most part throughout both legs, not just the first, but especially tonight. I think overall, they did move Toluca San Diego to FS1. Good. Good. That's the better game anyway compared to Seattle. Second half about to start. I think he hit Roman Anthony. No, he didn't. I don't know. Either way, I think Alajuelense been playing solidly, and I think they deserve whatever they get out of this game. Did scream very loud at that. Lost my voice for days while I went. Doesn't surprise me. Second half about to start. Strike, no, ball. I think that's a bad call. Either way. Three and one. Walked. They're going to take Zerpa out. It's a choice. Either way, waiting for the second half to start. We'll be on our way. We're tied on points with Tampa for the time being. They played tonight at the Kraken. I think Tampa probably wins that game, but I guess the good news is it's an away game for the Habs. It's an away game. Second half about to start when it comes to CONCACAF. Important time that I can't miss is Sunday. Fortunately, I won't go to the Miami game because I have to go to church. We're leading to Resurrection Sunday or Easter Sunday, my church 60th anniversary service. So this is an important Sunday that I can't miss. I understand that, and frankly, I respect that. Greetings from Costa Rica. Saludos. Saludos, Costa Rica. Saludos. Yeah, it was going to be sold out either way. But hey, you know what? Completely respect your decision, and that's what you should do. Foul. He swung through it, so that's a strike, yeah. Second half, here we go. Of course, we have Cruz Azul Monterrey's second leg later tonight. Gracias. De nada. Here we go, second half. Alajuelense leads. Líder Alajuelense. Global 2-1 Alajuelense. 1-0 esta noche Alajuelense. They're lucky they wanted to hit by pitch. 0-2 on the USA. We're going to the 8th if they get this out. Popped up by Smith. That should be caught. Is it? And it is. Good catch. And we're going to the 8th. 6 outs away for Venezuela. 1-0, and the second half is underway as well. Alajuelense, el mejor de la Costa Rica. Bueno partido. Bueno estrategia contra el LAFC. Defensa. Fuerza, defensa. See. Both matches will be in July. Liverpool versus Wrexham, or see Gotham versus Washington. I say Gotham, Washington, but either way. 47th minute. 47th minute, 1-0, 1-0. We're going to the 8th. '47th minute, 1-0. So far, Alajuelense is holding on, and they're getting closer and closer to making the biggest upset of the tournament. There were no upsets in round one. In the round of 16, we might finish the first tie of the round of 16 with the biggest possible upset that was ever realistic this season. That's no slide on Alajuelense. That's just saying Denny Bouanga and Human Son are amazing offensive players, and you would assume that LAFC would win that tie. How we doing? You would assume that's what that means. But Alajuelense have played a wonderful game, and they have held on firm. Who does Alajuelense or LAFC got to play next? Cruz Azul or Monterrey? Cruz Azul or Monterrey? So whoever wins later tonight is going to play the winner of this tie. So we're going to know that. Grande Costa Rica. Hola, saludos, saludos amigos, saludos. 1-0 esta noche, 2-1 global, Alajuelense, líder. La Liga Fuerza contra LAFC. LAFC going forward, that'll be cleared back to Larice. Damn, Cruz Azul. 2 players can't do everything. That's fair. And there's a fight. Yellow card. Son gets a yellow. What? He was in the fight? El partido este lo mejor. Saludos, saludos desde México. Saludos, México. Saludos, México. 2 outs on Venezuela. Saludos. Salazar gets a yellow card. 50th minute. Good tackle, Alajuelense. They're holding on for dear life, men. 40 minutes away from winning this tie. Garcia. Popped up, and that's going to be an out. If that's in play, Smith catches it. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Venezuela, shot, goal! Goal for LAFC. They've tied the game. If they can't score again, we go to extra time. 1-1. LAFC finally score. 1-1, 2-2 on aggregate. We go to extra time if this holds. Ordaz scores. Goalie can't get a hand to it. Whatever. Nathan Ordaz with a goal. Really? 51st minute. 51st minute for Nathan Ordaz. 1-1. 2-2 aggregate. I mean, I have to flip it no matter what. But either way. I mean, I'll have to flip it no matter what. But either way. 52 minutes. Will somebody score before the 90th? minutes. 2-0 Venezuela when it comes to the World Baseball Classic. They need 6 outs to get out of or win the game. Playing forward. Will LAFC find the win, or will Alajuelense come back and get a second goal, which would get rid of the opportunity for extra time no matter what? If LAFC scores, that would kill any opportunity. If somebody scores, that kills any opportunity of extra time. This game will be over in 90 minutes. The question being, who scores the goal? There was always going to be a moment where LAFC broke through. Just like last week, they did it here. Strikeout. 5 outs to go for Venezuela. Here's a chance. Alajuelense clears, or trying to at least. 1-1 on the night, 2-2 on aggregate, 1-1 esta noche, 2-2 global. Alajuelense, that's going to go back to Larice. Foul ball, strike 1 on Pete Crow Armstrong. Shot saved. Crow Armstrong on the ground. Ground ball, and that's an out. 4 outs away for Venezuela. Geopolitics channel when. Probably, I don't think it'll ever happen. But either way, LAFC playing forward. Blocked away by Alajuelense. Alajuelense's fighting their asses off. Can somebody score before the 90th minute? I hope so. And I hope it stands. I don't care who, really. Velde finally scored. Velde's a good player, though. Come on. Bobby Witt Jr. versus Machado. 2 outs. Aaron Judge will come up in the 9th inning. Unless, well, if 2 get on, yeah, then Judge will come up this inning. But Judge will not be the last out of the World Baseball Classic. There's no possible way that happens. Bryce Harper, then Judge, then three and 0 count on Bobby Witt Jr. And he walks him. 57th minute, 1-1. Vilde is solid, I agree. He's only one of the only players I have fun watching. Yeah, I know that feeling. Cross in. It's out. They're going to... Oh, no, they're just having Johan Santana. Wait, what? Pitching coach. I'm getting old. Playing forward, Alejandro Bran. Can Alajuelense find a goal that at least would take away the opportunity of extra time? So if Alajuelense scores again, then if LAFC scores again, then LAFC would have the away goals. Machado throws a ball to Bryce Harper. Alajuelense on the ball. High pop-up. Bobby Witt. No, Bryce Harper flies. Nope, it's gone. Bryce Harper ties the game. 2-2. Bryce Harper with a homer ties the game. USA. 2-2. Shit. Well, there you go. Bryce Harper, that was always gone. 58th minute. Shit. Shit, shit, shit. I like Avereno. He's solid. Yeah, solid player. Alajuelense. The USA are now, if they score another run, they win the game. Venezuela has 3 outs to get the lead back if they could just get out of this inning. Aaron Judge at bat. Don't throw him a meatball either. Ball. So now it's a tie game. 2-2 between Venezuela and USA. Shit. Bryce Harper keeps the USA. Foul ball. 1-1. Honestly, I thought he'd walk Harper and then Judge gets the 3-run homer to take the lead. Playing down. LAFC on the ball. 60th minute. Schwarber. And Alajuelense does not get on the ball. It's a free kick the other way. Alajuelense, shot saved by Lloris. Judge 1-1. Strike 2. Can Venezuela get 1 run in the bottom or the top of the 9th? And there's going to be a VAR check. The referee stop and play for sure. Palencia up. 60th minute, 1-1. Badia coming on for Alajuelense versus Cisneros, it looks. 61st minute. Struck him out! Judge is out, but the USA ties the game. Venezuela has, well, of course, they have more than 3 outs, unless. Angel Zaldivar coming on. Badia for Boris. Boris off for Badia. Angel Zaldivar on for Cisneros. That might be a choice. A 2-2 game in the WBC final with 1 out to go, or 1 inning to go. Venezuela, if they want to end this before 10 innings, they have 3 outs to score. 3 outs to score. The Seahawks will play on Wednesday night to kick off the 2026 NFL season. The Melbourne game will be on Thursday. "62 minutes. Can a team score?" Here comes LAFC. LAFC blocked away by Alajuelense. Kind of feels like me on FIFA Mobile. Free kick for Alajuelense. 63rd minute, playing forward. Let's see if Venezuela can come back and take the lead. Playing through, and that's going to be a goal kick. Whitlock in for the United States. No Mason Miller. I guess they're saving him for extras when he can shut the door. Well, I guess he wouldn't be able to do that considering either way. Luis Arise. Ball 1-0. Ordaz off for Martinez. Can somebody score between LAFC and Alajuelense before 90? Or will we go into extra time? Ball 2-0. Alajuelense playing forward. Blocked away. Cleared away by LAFC. And LAFC get it back. Strike to Arise. 2-1. Score 1-1. Alajuelense, LAFC 2-2 on aggregate. Extra time as it stands. 3-1. Count. 2-2 between Venezuela and USA. 1-1 esta noche. 2-2 global. Tiempo extra posible. Corner for LAFC. 2-2 Venezuela, USA. That's a walk. He walked him. Arise is on base. The winning run is on base with 0 out. Corner for Buwanga. No, it was Ordaz. Nathan Ordaz scored for LAFC. That's wide. Goal kick. Eugenio Suarez up at bat for Venezuela. They have 3 outs to take the lead before the bottom of the 9th if they want to win this in 9 innings. Sanoja on for Arise. Wait, what? That's a decision. That's a decision. Arise getting pinch ran for. 66th minute. Ball. 1-0. Whitlock don't have it tonight, it looks. 66th minute. Alajuelense playing forward. Free kick for Alajuelense. '66th minute. 1-1. We will have to flip the stream no matter what if this ends up extra time or not. Sanoja gets back to first. Whitlock, check the runner. Over the top. Headed on. Out for a corner. They are. Suarez swings through 1-1. Steals. Safe. Sanoja at second. 2-1 count. Corner for Alajuelense. USA are going to challenge. Lose 3-1 to Flamengo. Beat PSG 3-0. Well, that was back in July. Sanoja beat the tag. He beat the tag. As I think he did. Ortega on the ball. I don't think it's too close. Playing forward Alajuelense. I don't think they got him. I think he's safe. He got in before the tag. I think he got in before the tag. He got in before the tag. I don't think you could overturn that. I think he's safe at second. I don't think you can overturn that. Have you saw Argentina will play Guatemala on March 31st? La Bombonera? Yeah, I saw. Safe. Runner is safe. No out, 2-1. Suarez gets a hit. That's probably going to be a run scored if it gets to the outfield. Player down hurt for Alajuelense. 69th minute, 1-1. Eugenio Suarez against Whitlock. 2-1. Hitters count. 2 ball, 1 strike. Strike 2. Suarez swings through it. 2-2. 1 hit scores a run for Venezuela, the run that they need to take a World Baseball Classic lead going to their final 3 outs. Suarez pops it foul. Cross in. Header cleared. Alajuelense gets back to the ball. I think this is a legacy-defining game for Aaron Judge if he doesn't win a ring but win this. No, because nobody's going to care. If he wins the WBC, nobody's really going to care. You're like, hey, that's cool, but did you win a World Series? Ball, 3-2, full count on Suarez. '70th minute. If result holds, we go to extra timeout. Alajuelense, LAFC. Suarez! Deep! Is it going to get down? It does! That's going to score a run! Sanoja comes home. 3-2 Venezuela. Suarez RBI double. No out. What if he matures and wins a World Series? He needs to come to Toronto to do that. 3-2 Venezuela. They're 3 outs away from a World Baseball Classic championship on their end of the 9th, on the bottom of the 9th. Whitlock gives up the RBI double to cause the USA to be back down like that. Eugenio Suarez may have just got the hit Venezuela needed. Boom. Suarez, for some reason, is clutch when he needs to be. I don't know why. May not pan out, but either way. Rory, well, hey, the USA ain't winning, but I think Rory might be happy with a Geno hit. I don't know about that. Andres Jimenez at bat. They ain't going to hit shit. By the time the World Cup starts, Argentina will be the team to play the least friendly games heading into the World Cup, just like 2018. Didn't end well that time, didn't it? 0-2. Alajuelense on the ball. Will somebody score? I hope somebody does. We will flip the stream around the 90th minute if there is no extra score. LAFC wide. Is that a corner? Goal kick. Foul ball. 0-2 for Jimenez. Jimenez hits it foul. Yeah, Andres Jimenez is just swinging. At least Venezuela has the lead. 3 outs away. USA only be in the danger zone when they're facing their final out, though. Hit! Jimenez foul. 72 minutes. And that's going to be out for a corner for LAFC. 73rd minute. Alajuelense defending their asses off. I guess they're trying to win on penalties now. I'd say go for a second goal and just hope to hell you don't give up a second. But okay. Scoring a second goal won't help you if they score first at this point, because it'll be hard to score a third. And that's a ball. 1-2 on Jimenez. Corner for Buwanga. 73rd minute. Jimenez, high pop-up. That's going to be caught. Argentina preparation for the World Cup has been horrible. I'm predicting they'll have a disastrous World Cup, even worse than 2018. You know FIFA won't let that happen. 1 out on Venezuela, but they have their lead back. Jimenez flies out. Cross in. Header. Side netting. Side netting. Goal kick for Alajuelense, 74th minute. And Whitlock is out. They're pulling him now. You're losing. Campbell. Joel Campbell coming on for Alajuelense. Crichel Perez off for Joel Campbell. 75th minute. Argentina will face Spain or Uruguay in the round of 32. I have a feeling Uruguay will be it. I mean, Uruguay beating Argentina, though? Like, maybe it's because they know each other the most, and that's probably what's going to be tough, but I don't see it. Either way. Playing forward, LAFC. '75th minute. Playing forward. Ball crossed in. Alajuelense defending LAFC, and so far, it's worked for the most part. Brought down. Oh! Tyler Rogers from the Toronto Blue Jays pitching now for the USA. Ezekiel Tovar takes a ball. Yeah, 1-0. Still find it funny how Watchalong was playing in the Chinese league for 6 months, was called up to the 2018 World Cup, and they asked him to stop Mbappe. It's called he's Messi's best friend. What'd they have at the time? Nobody. Let's see if I can put FS2 into the multi-view, because I'm probably going to need it. Nope. Popped up, and that's out number 2. Venezuela are 2 outs away, or 3 outs away from winning the World Baseball Classic once they get to the bottom of the 9th. 3-2 Venezuela. Can they get the insurance run or not? 77th minute. Will LAFC find a late goal to win this tie? Will Alajuelense find a late goal to win this tie? If LAFC scores, then Alajuelense would need to score 2 to even have a chance to advance. Suarez had to get back to second. Oh, that's idiotic. Umpire review. Is he out, though? 79th minute. So runner still at second. Suarez. Wilyer Abreu up to bat. Playing forward. LAFC. Bouanga chips it over. Goes down to the box. No penalty. Intentional walk. Schwanier down in the box. No penalty. Referee's going to check. Do you think Nashville or Miami will advance tomorrow? Miami. See if the referee makes a call. That'll be a goal kick. Referee talking to the VAR officials. Is there a possible penalty here for LAFC? Schwanier did go down. Goal kick. Goal kick, no penalty. No VAR check. 70 going to the 80th minute. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, or top of the 9th. Salvador Perez up to hit. First and second for Venezuela. 2 outs. But they have the lead 3-2. Playing forward. Salvador Perez, that's going to be caught. And we're going to the bottom of the 9th. Schwarber, Bregman, Roman Anthony for the United States. 3 outs away for Venezuela to win the World Baseball Classic. 3-2 Venezuela. '80th minute. Are they going to go to extra time? Don't know. Miami been struggling scoring goals lately. So far, they played 10 halves. They've scored in 2. I think they're still better than Nashville, though. It's come together at times when they need it to. And they're playing at home. So I think that's a little bit of a positive. And I think they had their chances against Nashville on the road as well. So we just got to see. '82 minutes, free kick for Alajuelense. Have you saw Bayern Munich? All 4 goalkeepers are injured. They'll have to be forced to start a 16-year-old versus Real Madrid. Bayern's not playing Real Madrid. Shot wide. Alajuelense needs to win this for the hood. They need to score a goal then. Well, I guess, or get to penalties. Either or. Either or. Well, it sucks. I hope somebody scores in 90 minutes. I don't care who at this point. I want this to be over with. Wilson Contreras at first base for Venezuela. Okay, that makes sense. Daniel Palencia from the Cubs is here to close out the Venezuela game. 3 outs away. Alajuelense playing forward. Alajuelense trying to get their second goal of the game. If they do, they'll have the lead for now. Goes down, and there's a free kick. Free kick for Alajuelense. Okay. Kyle Schwarber at bat. Blocked away. Brought down. Shot. Saved by Lloris. That was stupid, but okay. 0 out. Bottom 9. Gunnar Henderson on deck as a pinch hitter. Quarterfinals, Real Madrid will face Bayern Munich. Bayern needs to play tomorrow, I thought. Yeah, Real. Yeah, Bayern plays, but they play tomorrow against 1-0 on Schwalbe. Foul ball, 1-1. They play Atalanta tomorrow, and then they play. I get what you're saying, but they need to get there first. 83rd minute. Playing forward. Extra time as it stands. We'll have to flip this no matter what. Palencia. Strike 2 on Schwarber for Daniel Palencia. 84th minute. 1-2. Over the top, shot blocked away, and that's a ball, 2-2. You think Neymar will win the World Cup, be in the World Cup with Brazil? No, and I don't think he should. And I hate that these Brazil fans are like, well, you know, Ancelotti has to win the World Cup now because he won't call him. Neymar's washed. Strikeout! Venezuela's 2 outs away. The world is so absurd. How are Son and Larice playing in Alajuela right now? They're getting old, that's how. 1 out, 2 to go. Schwarber strikes out to Palencia. Gunnar Henderson up next. Venezuela 2 outs away from a World Baseball Classic championship. Who would have thought? Gunnar Henderson. 3-2 Venezuela. Home run ties the game. At this point, nothing else does. I think Ancelotti doesn't want him, but he'll be forced to call him up. I could see that. 85th minute, 1-1. Over the top. LAFC trying to get their second goal that would put them through at this point no matter what. Ball, 1-0. Alajuelense trying to get a second goal to find their way back into the lead. Right now we'd be going to extra time and be doing 2 games at once when we flip the stream in some way, shape, or form. Pop up by Henderson. That's in the air. Venezuela are 1 out away from a championship. 1 out away. 2 out. Ortega in goal with a goal kick. 86th minute. I wish there was a 2DNA multi-view or something. I wish. It's not, though. 86th minute, or FS2. I wish, but no. Roman Anthony up. The USA's last chance. Roman Anthony. Venezuela, 3 strikes away, 1 out away. Daniel Palencia, the Chicago Cubs. Can he get Venezuela a championship? Ball, 1-0. No way USA is going to choke again. I mean, they haven't. They're finally paying for their bullshit at this point. 87th minute. They honestly shouldn't have been here the way they've been playing. Strike 1. 2 strikes away. 87th minute. Wide. It's out for a throw-in. Alajuelense. 87th minute. Palencia. 2 strikes away, and he's tying up his cleat. Cleared away by Alajuelense. 88th minute. Palencia. Strike 2! 1 strike away. 3-2 Venezuela. Miguel Cabrera is going to win a World Baseball Classic as a coach if they can hold on. 1 strike away. United States. There's a cross in. That's out for a goal kick. Mound visit. Ortega with a goal kick. 88th minute plus stoppage time. 2 minutes plus stoppage time. Alajuelense getting close to an extra time. Playing forward. LAFC on the ball. Strikeout! Venezuela have won the World Baseball Classic 3-2. Venezuela are the champions in 2026. 3-2. Venezuela wins the World Baseball Classic over the USA. Wow. One minute to go. They should let Maduro celebrate with the boys tonight. Donald Trump is going to be so pissed. He's going to write the most meanest truth social to the Team USA, ain't he? How'd the USA lose their own sport of baseball? Now you know how it feels, don't you? Now you know how it feels. Now you know how it feels to lose your own sport. In a big game. Hollingshead on for LAFC. Stick it up your ass. Now you know how it feels to lose your own sport. Stick it. Villalobos to Salazar. Van der Putten. We're getting close to stoppage time. You know, while I'm at it. We're back. We're back. Porteous on the ball. 3 minutes of stoppage time. We will flip this game if we will flip this game. And there's a goal. LAFC. LAFC at the death. Says at least Fought Mob. Martinez, golazo! Goal, goal, goal. Javi Martinez wins it for LAFC. +2. With a minute to go, he gets the goal. 2-3 on aggregate. Golazo. 1-2 esta noche. 2-3 global. LAFC. Javi Martinez golazo through a tight window. And that's going to do it. That's going to do it. LAFC will advance in the CONCACAF Champions Cup by the skin of their teeth. Javi Martinez. Yeah, he's been good. 2-1 LAFC at the death. And they will advance. Not enough time to go. And Venezuela's won the World Baseball Classic. I'll watch them lift the trophy. They unfortunately did not win and failed the hood. And even if they scored, it doesn't matter because away goals. Header cleared by LAFC into the final seconds. Alajuelense, it doesn't matter. They don't have enough time to score two, but full time! LAFC advances 1-2 on the night, 2-3 on aggregate. They will advance. With that being said, LAFC moves on to the round quarterfinals to play Cruz Azul or Monterrey. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share it for the family. All that great stuff. I'll see you in a couple of minutes for the next game. Cruz Azul Monterrey. I'll be up for it, and we will be here to watch it play out. Cruz Azul leads on aggregate, and we will see how the second game of the night goes. Sit tight, be back. We will move on. Sit tight, be back. Peace.